The truth of the matter is that women show their true nature to unattractive men. And you guys know this. Women don't have any desire to be with an unattractive man. Zero desire. Zero. And the reason why that is most of the time is that most men are just physically unattractive. Is the truth. I can still remember back in, I think I was like 20 years old at the time. I just, yeah, 2021, right? I just got into uni. I was schooling abroad, right? And I got into that country not knowing anything. So basically, I met this friend of mine who was like out of shape. Bear in mind, I wasn't jacked or anything like that. I was just a regular, average looking dude. I would say I was skinny at the time, right? And he was telling me about his experience with women there. It was like, oh, the women here are, they don't like black men. They don't like black men. They are racist, this and that. And basically, he was saying his experience with women were like non-existent at all. Like he wasn't having any success with them at all. And his reason for that was that the women were racist. The women didn't like black men and stuff like that. I was like, okay, cool. And I was just absorbing all those information as a newbie because I was just new. I was new in town. And anytime we would go out, right, women would pay me attention. Like I would sometimes get with them, and sometimes, you know how it is when when you go out. Sometimes you get with some, sometimes you don't. But at the time, it was okay. It wasn't that bad the way he expressed it. But thinking about it now, right? The reason why I was getting a tiny bit of success with women at the time was that I was okay. I wasn't overweight, or I was fit. I was lean pretty much, right? I had a decent shape. But on the other hand, him was overweight. He was weighing ridiculous. He was overweight basically, right? He was fat. And he didn't get no attention from women. So the truth of the matter is that if you're physically not attractive, women, once they see you, they look the other way. And once they look the other way, they never turn back to look at you again. Because the thing about attraction is that it's at first it's very physical. Once you see someone, it's like, even though women are not as physical as we are, what they see is your body at first, like your presentation. And if you're not looking presentable, if you're looking out of shape, like, you get zero chances. So my experience would go out every time, right? I would pretty much, get a few attention from women, met a few girls, was texting, linked up with them. Things were fun. I was having a good time with them. But on the other hand, it was all negative about these women. So that showed me, right, that he had zero success with them. And the reason why that was that he was, simply put it, he was overweight. He was out of shape. That was it. Like, he wasn't in the best shape. It was below average. So in order for women wouldn't even treat you nice. They wouldn't even look at you if you're unattractive. Like, especially when your physical presence and presentation is not on point. Another point I want to make is that even though you're physically attractive, right, you have your body on point and everything you're looking at, so your presentation is on point, right? If you don't have the right mindset to back that presentation up with, once you open your mouth, you instantly become unattractive. You can be the most handsome dude in the world, but if you don't have any depth of awareness at all, you automatically become unattractive, right? And in order for you to have, again, if you're 21 years old right now, if you're watching this, right, you don't have that much depth of awareness. You're not experienced. You don't have that much experience. You have not lived enough to have that much experience. You don't know that much. You don't have hobbies. I said that in my previous video. You don't have hobbies. You don't have a life. You don't have purpose. You know what I'm saying? You're not driven by anything yet. So you don't have that depth, that character to kind of back that body up, to back that presentation up with. So again, you could be the most handsome dude in the world, but if your mindset is fucked, right? If you don't have character, if you don't have a good personality, you instantly become unattractive as well. So it's not only about the physical, you kind of have to balance it up as well with the mental. So it's not you could be the most handsome dude in the world, but if you're not driven by any purpose in life, women can instantly sense that you don't have that much character, you don't stand for something, you don't believe in something and you stand for it. And that comes with just experience as well. That comes with growing. That comes with just learning and observing, and you're continuously learning as well. So if you don't have that as well, you're unattractive as well. At that moment, right? At that time, you've not really maxed out your potential yet as an attractive person, if that makes sense. Yeah. So another thing I would like to mention again is the act of just being fearless and being courageous. The reason why some dudes might come across unattractive, or why women find some men unattractive, is that they lack fearlessness, courage. It's not as if they see this. It's just something that they can feel, and everyone can feel this. You know that person in your friend group, or you just know someone that's like fearless, courageous. They say something and they do it. That type of person, right? There's something about, I know. Let me give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. I know a lot of people, right, that, like, some friends of mine that are good at music, or they're good at something. They're good at playing the piano or something like that, or they have one creative thing that they are good at, right? But they never express it. They never like dive into it, or even show, like, they're not courageous enough to even show it to the world. Like, just post it on Instagram, or just do what, like just show what you're about. Like, instead of being, the thing about the world right now is that everyone wants to be a consumer. No one wants to be a producer, right? A lot of people are becoming producers right now, but like, there's still a majority of people that just want to remain consumers. They are not fearless enough or courageous enough to kind of put themselves out there, even though they know for a fact that they have some level of skill, and which they can even improve on, right? They're so scared of what other people might think that they never put it out. And if you can't take that leap of faith within yourself to come out of that shell and just be fearless, that will remain in you, and that will become a part of you. Like, you would, because you've never practiced the act of fearlessness, so it's like you never embody that. You never embody that fearlessness character within you, right? So I know so many people that are good at music, right? But man, just put out the music, man. Let's listen to it. Put it out, like, express yourself, like, be expressive, because that essentially would make you a magnetic, attractive person, because, like, you would walk around fearless, knowing that you believe in yourself and you can do things. That again is confidence, and that is very attractive. So I know so many people that are good at piano. They know how to write, they know how to draw, they know how to paint, but they never put it out there. They don't even practice, or just put it out there. Let the world see it, right? Let it be part of who you are. They never do, because they're so worried about what other people would say. And just imagine if they just express that and let that be a part of them and just be fearless. That is something within themselves that could potentially make them a more attractive person, because you walk around knowing that you believe in yourself. You walk around knowing that you are courageous. That is magnetic and an attractive trait to have within you. So the reason why a lot of men are unattractive is that they lack fearlessness, they lack courage, and they worry so much about what other people think. Man, just do it, man. And just do it, it's attractive. Again, the reason why it's so important to kind of practice the act of fearlessness and just be courageous. You embody that, like I explained. And wherever you go, you would be because you've practiced that so much. Nothing really would make you, I would say, things that will be thrown your way, like when life happens, you wouldn't shut down. You would be, because you embody that act of courage and fearlessness. You will be able to act fearlessly when there's need to act fearlessly. I'll give you guys an example of this, right? Like a story of this, right? I don't know whether this is an act of fearlessness, or just a code or moral, or just an act of character. I can still vividly remember, like 3 months ago, right? I went out with a friend of mine. He told the girl to come with a friend, right? And she came with this friend, and we were all chilling together, right? And this was the first time this girl was meeting me, right? So We went out for drinks, then we went to the club, and the whole time she wasn't the girl I was with. The other dude was with his girl. They were just chilling, and me and the girl, we were talking. Just it was all cool. Like she wasn't like close to me or whatever. We're just like because that was the first time we were meeting, right? She wasn't all over me, obviously, because obviously it's the first time we're meeting and we're just getting to know each other. But we're in the club now, we're drinking, we're just having a good time. And there's a bunch of like two dudes, like we're chilling in our own session, right? Like section, right? And this flipping two dudes were like trying to hit on the other girl, my guy's girl, right? They were just like, I don't know, for some weird reason, just flipping, I would call them weak men because like you see a man and a woman chilling together. Why are you trying to like talk to the girl, disturb the girl? And I noticed I was out because I was chilling with the girl. I was chilling with my own girl. I just noticed that there was something going on there. Like I saw the dude was trying to handle the situation there, but like he wasn't. I was like, was like just handle that shit. Tell those guys to go. In my head, I kept on looking, and it wasn't handled yet. So immediately, I just stood up and I was like, "Yo!" I just called those fucking weak men. It's like, "Yo, that's." I didn't even say that much. I wasn't even aggressive, but with, I looked at him straight in the eye and told him, "Listen, we're trying to have a good time here. That dude you see there, that's his girl. You go find yours, man. Go somewhere else." Immediately I did that. They left. I looked them in the eye. Like they could sense I was flipping serious. So immediately I said that to them. They just left, right? And the moment I did that, this girl, the one I was with, like I said, she wasn't like all over me or whatever. The minute I did that, this girl held my hands and just brought herself to me. Like I could sense like she just opened herself. Like before, because you met someone the first time, right? You wouldn't open yourself to the person, especially it's the first time. So I immediately, just as soon as I did that thing, this girl just opened up herself to me. She was like, she held my hand and just came close to me, sat on my laps. Like when she wasn't on my laps before, she was just sitting like just normally on her own, and we're just talking. This girl like it's as if she was open to me. That the moment I did that, she just opened herself to me. She trusted me in that moment, and I felt like, thinking back when I went home, I was like, wow, okay, shit. Immediately I did that, this girl was just like opened up herself to me. Not like open up herself to me, but she was not open. Like she just trusted me immediately, and what she saw or experienced there was attractive to her because she, thinking about it, like this guy instinctively or just based off instinct, right? This guy, when shit goes down, this guy can defend me. Like this guy stands for something. You get what I mean? Like he wouldn't take bullshit, that type of P. And I didn't even do it because of her. I wasn't trying to impress anyone. I was just, yo, don't try to mess up our vibe here. We're having a good time. You go don't do that bullshit here. So again, because I've practiced the act of fearlessness so much, or I'm practicing it, it's something that you practice. That dealing with that, even though those men there were two of them, one was big and one was like average, just looking average. I didn't mind what would go down. Like if it went down, it goes down. But I wasn't scared. Like I was just standing. I was standing up for myself, for people I was around. I was standing up for the people that were around me, and I was also trying to have a good time. I didn't want any like flippant person to disrupt the fun I was having. So it wasn't even about impressing anyone, or I was just, this is, you don't mess around around here. So again, because I've practiced that so much, doing that wasn't, I didn't even think about it. I just did it. So if you practice, I think if you practice just doing things that are out of your comfort zone many times, you'd find that you'd find that you become fearless. And to be honest, that is quite very attractive, to be courageous and just do your own thing. If you want to do jiu-jitsu, do it. Like if you want to get in, like go to the gym and be consistent, like do it. Like be courageous enough to do. If you have music you want to put out, like put it out. If you show the world what you're good at, have an edge, and that really makes you quite attractive. So points I think I've made here is physical attraction, being fearless, having an edge, and just doing and standing up for what you believe in. And don't really thing about it is that you don't care about people care too much about other people's opinion and their expectation of you. Try to live up to other people's expectation and care too much about what other people think. Why not? Why do you care about what another person thinks of you? Like that would that would keep you. It wouldn't allow you to be free. You have to be free, and being free is attractive. Doing your own thing and creating your path is attractive, especially when you're not doing it because of, you're not doing it because you're doing it for women, but you're doing it for yourself, and that is attractive.